The world of medicine is on the verge of a massive shakeup, and it all comes down to a groundbreaking new proposal from the FDA. It's called the Plausible Mechanism Pathway, and it's set to completely change how we approve some of the most advanced treatments ever created: individualized gene editing therapies. For decades, the gold standard for approving a new drug has been the large-scale, randomized clinical trial. But what happens when you're dealing with an ultra-rare disease that affects only a handful of people, or even just one person on the entire planet? You can't run a massive trial. This is where the new pathway comes in. Instead of demanding huge patient numbers, the FDA is proposing a new model. If a company can prove that its gene editing tool works as intended, has a strong scientific reason to believe it will help, and shows some real clinical improvement in even a small number of patients, that could be enough for approval. It's a huge shift from the old one trial per drug mindset to a new platform plus plausible mechanism model. It means a company with a proven gene editing technology could use it to create bespoke, one-off treatments for different rare diseases without starting from scratch every single time. So how does it work? There are 3 key parts. First, the company must show that the gene editing tool actually edits the target gene, either in lab models or through patient biopsy data. Second, they need to show some clinical benefit that isn't just a fluke. And third, they must commit to collecting real-world data after the treatment is approved to monitor its safety and long-term effectiveness. This is a game changer. It prioritizes the underlying science and the power of the technology platform itself. Strategically, this is fantastic news for companies with proven gene editing platforms and the ability to manufacture these complex therapies. Their value will no longer be tied to long, multi-year clinical trials, but to how quickly they can get regulatory validation for their platform. So who are the big winners in this new era? Let's break it down, starting with the biopharma companies on the front lines. First up is CRISPR Therapeutics, ticker CRSP. They are true pioneers of the CRISPR-Cas9 system. Their technology is well established, and they already have a foot in the regulatory door with recent approvals. Under this new framework, CRISPR Therapeutics could take its proven platform and start creating custom-made therapies for extremely rare single-gene mutations. In a 5-year upside scenario, if they get even 1 or 2 of these bespoke therapies approved, their valuation could easily double as the market recognizes the massive potential of their platform beyond just a few big diseases. Of course, there are risks. Delays in manufacturing or any safety issues that pop up later could slow them down. But the potential here is enormous. Next, we have Intellia Therapeutics, ticker NTLA. Intellia is a leader in a slightly different field, in vivo gene editing. This means they can deliver the gene editing machinery directly into the body to fix cells where they are, which is crucial for diseases that can't be treated by taking cells out, editing them, and putting them back in. The plausible mechanism pathway is a perfect fit for them. It could allow Intellia to go after ultra-rare diseases that require this in vivo approach without needing a large trial. A successful proof of concept under this new pathway would be a massive win, dramatically increasing their platform's value and making them a hot target for partnerships. The market will be watching for platform validation, not traditional earnings. Our third biopharma contender is Beam Therapeutics, ticker Beam. Beam's secret weapon is precision. They specialize in base editing and prime editing, which are like an even sharper pencil compared to traditional CRISPR scissors. These techniques can make single-letter changes to the DNA code with a lower risk of off-target effects. Since the new FDA pathway is all about having a credible biological mechanism, Beam's high-precision tools are perfectly aligned. If base editing becomes the go-to technology for these personalized treatments, Beam's valuation could multiply. The focus for them isn't on short-term profits, but on proving their technology is the safest and most effective for the job. Now, creating these therapies is one thing, but manufacturing them is a whole other challenge. These aren't pills you can mass produce. Each treatment might be a unique, small batch product that needs to be made under incredibly strict standards. This is where the unsung heroes of the biotech world come in: the contract development and manufacturing. Organizations or CDMOs. Leading the pack is Lonza Group. Lonza is already a giant in gene therapy manufacturing. They have the facilities and the expertise to handle the complex production of viral vectors and genome-editing products. As demand for bespoke therapies explodes, the ability to quickly produce high-quality, small batches will be critical. If demand for this kind of manufacturing grows by 25 to 30% a year, Lonza is positioned for some serious upside. Keep an eye out for announcements about new facilities or major contracts with gene editing companies. Another key player is Catalent. Catalent's biologics division is already a major provider of viral vectors and other services for advanced therapies. As more small biotech firms jump into the individualized therapy space, they'll need flexible manufacturing partners, and that's where Catalent shines. Even with moderate growth of 20 to 25% annually in this sector, Catalent could see a significant boost in its valuation. They are a go-to partner for companies that need manufacturing muscle without building it all themselves. Finally, let's talk about WuXi AppTec. WuXi provides a full suite of services and has a rapidly growing footprint in cell and gene therapy, both in the West and in Asia. As the market for bespoke therapies goes global, WuXi is perfectly positioned to capture demand from all corners of the world, offering cost-efficient, small-batch manufacturing. If they continue to expand their global capacity and lock in key partnerships, their growth in the advanced therapy segment could be explosive. So what does this all mean for investors over the next 5 years? The key takeaway is that company valuations are going to be driven by events, not by traditional earnings per share forecasts. For the gene editing companies like CRISPR, Intellia, and Beam, the biggest catalysts will be the first approvals under this new pathway. A single successful approval could cause a company's value to jump by 1.5 to 2 times. The base case is a slower, steady appreciation as the pathway gains traction. The downside? Any regulatory pushback or safety concerns could lead to stagnation. For the CDMOs like Lonza, Catalent, and WuXi AppTec, it's all about manufacturing demand. The upside case sees demand growing at 25 to 30% a year, leading to a major re-rating of their stocks. The base case is more moderate growth, while the downside involves overcapacity or pricing wars. One final thing to watch for is a financial tool called a contingent value right, or CVR. These are essentially bonus payments tied to specific milestones, like an FDA approval. They can add a lot of upside potential for investors, but also a lot of volatility. To wrap it all up, the FDA's Plausible Mechanism Pathway is a fundamental shift that will accelerate the arrival of truly personalized medicine. Biopharma companies with validated platforms are the direct beneficiaries, and their value will be tied to proving their technology works. Behind the scenes, the manufacturing partners who can deliver these complex therapies will see a surge in demand. Over the next 5 years, forget traditional financial models. It's all about a new kind of analysis focused on regulatory milestones, platform scalability, and manufacturing readiness. The future of medicine is becoming a reality, and these are the companies building it. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.